How you doing, guys? This is Richie. So, in the mail a few days ago, I just received the Hellboy Artist collection, Richard Corben. What a nice looking book. That felt on the binding there. Just a nice looking book, nice hardcover. I've read some of these stories before, but it's been a long time, and I'm kind of on a Corben kick, so I figured we'd bust this open and just take a look-see. Story is Mike Mignola, art by Richard Corben, Dave Stewart, colors. Cover and chapter break art by Corben and Stewart, Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse makes some very nice hardcover editions, and they're not crazy expensive. So we got the forward by Mignola. Nice. Okay, the first one. I don't remember which ones I've read and which ones I haven't. Richard Corben stands among us like an extraterrestrial peak. He has sat in his throne for a long time above the moving and multicolored field of world comics, like an effigy of the leader, a strange monolith, and a sublime visitor, a solitary enigma. Ooh, deep. Anyway, if you read Hellboy, you know what you're in for with this. Let's see, nice thick paper. Wow, it's very nice. It's kind of reminiscent of the library edition Hellboys, but it's a little smaller. It might be as tall, but the width, I believe, is smaller. So it'll go nice in your collection on the shelf. It all looks like it's in unison. And right out the gate, wow. Just odd. That's just an odd Hellboy drawing. And what a shame to lose him, but I think he was in his late 70s. He might even been 80. So he's got a nice body of work. Great monsters, just great faces. Out of the normal. Definitely out of the normal. Wish he would have done more mainstream work, but there's a lot of heavy metal stuff, and all his stuff is in collections. He's done some Marvel, and I've shown the Cage miniseries, which was fantastic. It looks like Godzilla, right? And Dave Stewart does an excellent job coloring him, because nobody colors Corben like Corben. Just this eerie, like, horror. City of Corpses. Like I said, I don't want to give any stories away or spoilers or anything, since I think in some of my videos I go a little too far. So I want to try to cut back on that. Look at this Hydra-like creature, the dragon. This great stuff. Great. These nice little, what is this? Is this The Crooked Man? I've read this. It's been years since I've read this. Probably at least 10 years. Maybe less. I forget when it was published. Might have been around 2015. Just when I came back to collecting. If not, I picked it up after it was released. Crooked Man's a great story. Great story. Just this contorted bodies and like this skin. It looks like a skin sack, like a raccoon coming in. Wow. Very creepy. Good Halloween time reading. Just everything from the bugs, the terrain. You know what I'm actually looking for is his Bigfoot miniseries. I think Cartoonist Kayfabe might have did a video on one of the issues years ago. So I got that in my sights, but sometimes they get a little expensive. I don't care about the grade when it comes to those issues. You know, 'cause that's just reader stuff. My high grade collecting is a different animal than my reading collection. But I love it all. I'm not one of those guys who's going to put down CGC collectors, and I read. I collect CGC cases. I collect beater copies. I collect copies without covers. I would never try to push my style of collecting on anyone or bash someone else's, because you get that a lot. I even once had a guy message me and say, "Oh, you put all your collection in Mylar?" And why not? Why wouldn't I? I can afford it. It's really not that expensive. I'm buying $1,000 books. I can afford a $50 pack of Mylar. I just thought that was weird. I was just leave me alone. Stay away. But, you know, the drama, someone's always looking to bash someone else's style of collecting. But I welcome all collectors of all types, sizes, shapes. Wow, that looks like a real struggle there. That's really nice. What has he got, a shovel, huh? Wow. Great panel. Just the coloring is great. Dave Stewart is the man. The Bride of Hell. I don't think I've read this. Huh. And the binding is very nice on this book. You know, I stretched it once and it looks great. Just a quality hardcover book. It was, I think there was a sale on In Stock Trades. I might have got it for like $27, $28. You could probably find it cheaper used on eBay. But a worthwhile purchase. This weekend I'm going to really sit down and read this Hellboy in Mexico. This is the wrestling issues, I think. The Mexican luchador. Look at the coloring on that, the blue. Wow, with that like dirty red, purplish drip. Nice coloring on them. And the, what do they call them? Sugar skulls. That's big in tattooing nowadays. Yeah, I think I've read this a while ago. So I don't want to dwell on this one too much. I want to read one. Sullivan's Reward. And don't think I've read this. It's dark and eerie. Great looking house. Just very distinctive. Corben, very distinctive. Like, you know it's Corben as soon as you look at it. You know what you're in for. Huh. I'm sure there's a whole lot of Corben fans out there. I'm going to be digging through all his old stuff. I'm going to try to compile a nice collection of all Corben stuff. It's got to be like a long box worth of stuff, I would think. He's been going at it since the 70s. I like how Hellboy smokes. You don't see that in comics too much these days. It's not politically correct. Great lizard man. Some type of Aztec creature. Being Human. Yeah, I don't remember what I've read and what I haven't, so I'm going to sit down with this over the weekend. Nice graveyard scene. Look at this guy. Look at that. That actually feels like someone's getting smashed. Bunk. Oh, that's, what's his name, I think, from the Hellboy series. The guy they put a bomb inside of. Mignolaverse, great stuff. I have a whole shelf of it. I should really be rereading everything, because as I'm getting older, I'm starting to forget. You know, being in my 50s, I don't retain information like I used to in my 20s, 30s. Getting old, boys, getting old. Nice red. I like that red. The face is just colored so nicely. Just what you expect from a Corben book. Very eerie, very dark. If you don't like horror, I would say stay away from Corben. But it looks great to me, and I can't wait to really dig into this and read and reread the old stories I haven't read in a long time. It's going to be fun. The Mirror. All right. Is there any extras? Nope. These are all his... Oh, yeah, all his Den books. I didn't pick any of those up. I probably should have as they were coming out. This one, The Creepy, for Richard Corben, that's a good book. I've had it. I remember when that was out on the shelf, and I could have got that for cheap. For some odd reason, I passed on it. Anyway, here we have the Hellboy Artist Collection, Richard Corben. I recommend it highly. Looks like a nice book. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.